So for disaster number one, doesn't even seem like a disaster anymore because a lot worse things have happened since then. But the house is infested. We've found lots of issues. Why did I buy this house? What have I done? Hello everyone and welcome back to the cottage renovation series. I am currently standing on my old bathroom. However, if you haven't seen my previous episode, then I'll leave a little iCard to that because you might be thinking, Esme, what on earth is happening? But let's go inside because we have had some disasters, so there's a lot to show you. I thought I'd start off with some good news, and that is my sofas have arrived. Now, if you didn't know, that has been a little bit of a palaver to get them in. They couldn't get through the very narrow doors that my house has. However, the second time, which was a few days ago, an expert team came out. They managed to take the legs off the sofas and got them in. First time, easy, so that is great. That is one thing less to worry about. The sofas are in. If not, we really thought we were gonna have to take a window out to get them through. Anyway, everything is covered in dust sheets because we have had an absolute disaster upstairs. Actually, not even just one disaster, there have been multiple disasters. To stop all the brick dust and things coming down, I've got some dust sheets down. However, I've been living here for 2 weeks now, I think, and everything's starting to feel a little bit more real. It definitely was very, very surreal when I first got the keys and all that kind of stuff. But I thought I'd show you around because a few things have changed. I've got a bit more furniture, temporary furniture. I'll show you in a sec because it does feel a little bit like I'm camping at the moment. Starting off, this is the dining area, aka my grandma's garden furniture that she very kindly let me borrow because I actually have a really exciting plan to do with my dining table. I actually went to a sawmill. I got to pick out my own piece of wood because I was like, you know what? I was like looking online. I wanted to get something that's going to last me like a long time because I feel like a dining table is a good thing to invest in. So I went to the sawmill and I got to pick out my own piece of wood, and we're going to finish it off, put some legs on it, and I think that's going to be a really beautiful piece to add to the house. So that's going to take a little while to be made. So at the moment I'm on garden furniture, which I'm very, very grateful for. This is kind of the dining area, the desk as well. So I've got like my iPad for when I do some work. At the moment, upstairs is a no-go. So everything is pretty much downstairs. Feels like I'm kind of in like an open apartment, which has actually been really fun. I've been enjoying that. But I thought I'd show you the kitchen because that's kind of the thing that's the most complete at the moment. The kitchen is probably my favorite part of the house at the moment because it really does feel like home. I've put all my pretty things in. The only thing that really needs to be done in here is a lick of paint. So the plan is today is also to go somewhere, pick up some paint samples for the other rooms as well. But yeah, I've got everything kind of like in here. I also have a fridge now, which is very exciting. So everything is functional in here. I can use the fridge, can use the dishwasher. I've got my washing machine here as well. Put lots of little pretty things in. Most exciting, my spice rack. Put all my different herbs and things in the jars there, so they all look very pretty. I've also got some pasta and spaghetti jars as well. But so far, the kitchen, it's pretty good. It just needs a lick of paint. I'm going to change the light bulbs as well because at the moment the lights are very like blue light and it does feel a little bit like I'm standing in a fridge. But apart from that, it's all going very well. Apart from upstairs. So for disaster number one, doesn't even seem like a disaster anymore because a lot worse things have happened since then. But the house is infested. We have carpet moth. So if you can see here, basically, this is really common in old houses and cottages and things. We have this in our old house as well. It's basically, if you have a wool carpet, that's what the moths really like. And it's often where maybe you have some furniture and you haven't pulled it out for a while and given it a hoover underneath or a vacuum. But yeah, you can see here, that's all been eaten by the moths. We've lifted it up and you can actually see some of the eggs and things. It looks like little grains of rice. To remove all the carpet, treat it, and then the new carpet that's going in is going to be a carpet moth resistant carpet. So hopefully that will keep the moths away. You're gonna have to brace yourself for the bathroom because it does look a little bit like a haunted house. I'll put some overlay of clips on at the moment so you can see what the bathroom looked like before when I first bought the house. And this is what the bathroom looks like now. So you're probably thinking, what in the crack den is going on in here? It literally looks like an abandoned house, haunted house, goodness knows what. But a lot has happened, so I thought this would all be, well, I didn't think it would be nice and easy because it's a 100-year-old cottage. There were bound to be some sort of problems that would crop up. Thought, you know what, let's get a new nice bathroom in. I'm actually doing this a bit earlier than I thought. The builder was really kind, managed to squeeze this in. However, as we've taken everything off the walls, we've uncovered a lot of problems. So from what I thought would be redoing the bathroom, make it nice and pretty, put my own stamp on things, has become, oh my goodness, we've found lots of issues. Water's leaking through the roof. That's damaged the rafters, so they've got water damage. It's kind of like the more we take things off, the more issues we find. However, I don't want to talk bad about the previous owners. I believe they had like no idea about any of these issues, and they are so lovely. I'm still in contact with them now. I still ask them questions about things, because obviously being an old house, there's a lot of things that aren't quite normal. So you're probably thinking, Esme, why didn't you get a survey done? I had a full survey done on the house. This is more internal stuff. It's things that you can't really see from the outside. So we only really found out about all of this because we've opened up the bathroom, ripped everything out, discovered this horror. Yeah, I expected there was going to be some extra added costs, but maybe not quite that much. The gable end also needs a few brickwork bits sorting out, but with the new roof, luckily, because obviously I want to keep the tiles are really nice, and I don't really want to put brand new ones on because that will look a bit weird being an old house. So luckily I think we can keep the tiles. A few might just need replacing. Also, this bit of wood here is supposed to be holding up pretty much upstairs, like the roof and everything, and that is tiny. That is not how it should be. We've also just got some foam here that they've kind of just put there to fill a hole, fill some gaps. The brickwork is also really weird. It's got like holes in, it's hollow, and then this isn't as strong as it should be either. So we're pretty much having to redo a lot of things. I'm at the stage where I know what needs to be done. It's just going to be very expensive and take a little while, but you know what? It's making the videos interesting. I could just come in here, put a bit of paint on everywhere and be like, bam, renovated a cottage, made it look pretty. But this is proper renovation now. This is, yeah. Now, this is a stage where probably a lot of people will be thinking, oh my goodness, why did I buy this house? What have I done? Should have gone and bought a new build for the same price. But anyway, I'm quite a positive, upbeat person, as you guys know from watching my channel. I feel like I kind of owe this cottage for me to do it up the best I can. You know, there aren't many places in the world that are special like this. This house has so much character, and I'm excited to bring it back. Also, things like this beam, I'm so excited to strip away all this paint, get this nice wooden beam back, sand it down, make it look pretty again. There are just so many parts where I just wanna bring it back to life again, but we'll get there. It'll be good, guys. We'll get there in the end. All right, this project hasn't quite gone to plan. I was kind of itching to come in here, make everything pretty, lots of soft furnishings and paint and that kind of thing. And it's been a lot of building work, stressful stuff. So I thought today, I'm finally going to do my paint samples, put them on the wall and kind of feel a little bit more like I'm decorating, even though it'll probably be a little while until I can do that. So I'm going to grab a paintbrush now for a bit of a pop of colour or a bit of a feature wall. I think would look really cute. So this is the colour Sage Green, which I think will look really nice. Obviously, if I just do this bit, if I get sick of the colour, I can kind of paint over it, but here we go. Ooh. There we go, first bit of painting in the house complete. But I hope it doesn't look like a sludge green, because that's not really what I'm going for. You know, like a mouldy old sewage green. I was thinking more of like a nice meadow sort of green, but we'll see how it goes. That one does look a lot lighter. To be fair, I was a bit scared when I did the first one. I think it's because it's on a white wall as well. It just looks so much darker. And it's also quite a dark and gloomy day today. Also, these paints are very expensive, and these aren't actually the paints I'm going to be using. I'm actually going to be using trade paint, which is like half the price. You can colour match it as well, so it's the colour that you like. I think this lighter one does look a little bit better. I don't know if it's a bit too of a yellowy green. Maybe I want more of like a bluey green, but we'll see what it looks like when it dries.
Warm nights, long drives, nothing here but moonlight. Raindrops on the red dust. It's never smelled so good.
wild how different these paint samples look compared to when I looked at them in the shop. For example, these two greens, I thought they had a bit more blue in them. They're definitely more of like a yellowy green, so might have to pick out another green. Also, sage green is so dark, did not realise it was quite that dark. Also, for example, smoke trout, which is just, these names are ridiculous, like some of them. That sounds disgusting, and the colour isn't quite what I expected. I thought they were all going to be more of like a off-white kind of creamy beigey colour, and that's just kind of like poop brown. So I thought they were going to be more like Archive, which I really like. It's kind of more of like a sandy colour. Also, I went for a few pinks. This is probably more for the bedroom than the actual wall, but I really like Chemise. It's kind of like a lilac-y pink, which is one of my favourite colours. London Stone, I thought that was going to have a bit more grey in it. Again, it's very kind of like, it's like a coffee brown, which could be nice, but not kind of what I was going for. Rolling Fog is a bit better. I didn't want to go for a grey though, because I didn't want it to look like a sad grey house. I want to have like a bit of a pop of colour because I'm quite a colourful person. And then Potted Shrimp, I'm just worried it looks like a little bit too fleshy for my liking. But overall, there are some nice colours here, there are some not nice colours. I'm gonna have a think, and I might get some more paint samples because I want it to be perfect, I want it to be right. A lot to think about. Welcome back to my bedroom. So the paints didn't quite turn out how I expected, but something has gone right with the project so far, and that is my little archway, walkway. So we're currently in the master bedroom, and then if I walk on back, this is going to be my walk-in wardrobe slash dressing room, and opening up this sort of wall has really made it feel so much more light and airy, and also the space feels a lot bigger. We're probably going to replace these wardrobes just because there are some bits where it just doesn't quite work or fit, but everywhere at the moment it looks like the walls have been eating cheese puffs because there's just this orange sort of dust everywhere. Like, look at that there. So that is why we haven't done any painting yet upstairs, but we're getting there. We have an archway and everything's sort of coming together a little bit more, which is very exciting, but there we go. This is where I'm going to be walking in and out of to go and get ready. But also this can very easily be blocked up, so it can go back to being a bedroom quite easily if anything ever changes. Welcome back to the bathroom. Thought I'd do a little update. So the bath is now gone, that is in the skip. We've had the electrician in as well, and he's rewired the whole place. We have a plumber coming this week who's going to sort out the mess of the pipes at the moment. And also, I thought I would show you this bit of roof because it's a bit scary. So this here is a hole that goes directly through to my tiles on the roof. So this was one of the areas where I believe water was coming through. We do have an extractor fan that we're going to be adding into here, so then everywhere doesn't get mouldy again, because it was a little bit damp in here before. But we're getting there. The scaffolding is on the house as well, which I'll show you now, because I actually came back here the other night because I finished work late, so it was dark. Then I kind of woke up in the morning, I could properly see the scaffolding for the first time, and it was wow. It's a lot. So the house is covered in scaffolding. I'm actually going to be going up there in the next episode and showing you guys what they're doing, what's being redone. I also have my bathroom arriving tomorrow, so I get to show you all of that, all the things I picked out in the next episode. And also, one thing that's very exciting is I've learnt a lot about the history of the property, and there is a secret room which I might try and film around in, so look forward to that. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new or have not done so already, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out and I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!